I will say this one more time, and I'll never say it again on any other episode ever again. I don't like James Gunn.
Okay, you'll say it again. We'll hear it again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of James Gunn. I'm not a fan of his storytelling style. I'm not a fan of his sense of humor. I'm not a fan of how he does comic book movies. I know he has a specific style. A lot of people enjoy it. A lot of people enjoy his sense of humor, and the heart that he injects into every single movie. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a fan of James Gunn. And James Gunn is all over this show. His comedy is in there. His kind of like his storytelling technique. It's not. I know that he talks a lot about all I care about is telling a good story. Story is king. That's all we're gonna focus on for the DCU going forward is story. If it's not a good story, I'm not gonna greenlight it. Well, you greenlit your own shit that doesn't have a great story either sometimes, So I think he really focuses on like it's not quite telling a good story, it's make people feel something, right? Like let's feel bad for Eagly, let's feel bad for CGI animals, let's feel bad for these characters because of the situation they're in, but not necessarily tell a good story around that. Like so for my big things at the end of the season, right? It kind of culminates in the battle in the other dimension, right? And that 8th episode, like, was just about, we're going to be a little sad. We're going to get together. Hey, 11th Street kids are back together. Nothing can tear us apart. We're going to go start a company.
Yeah.
And just out of nowhere. And then what, I guess Harcourt and him are going to be a thing because of
they really don't say that.
One conversation.
Right.
Adebayo. I know they did try to establish things with Adebayo and her wife through the whole thing.
Which I thought was good too. At first, when they were like had that last scene together, I thought, man, I was about to fast forward it in all honesty. But it actually was a good... I'm glad that they did it to show that they went in separate directions.
The closure thing.
Right. So some relationships don't work and you got to break up.
Because of what both of them want out of life, which is a great moment.
That was actually pretty good.
That was a good moment. But I think that the wrap up of the season, like, okay, we're just gonna show Foxy's Shazam playing for 10 minutes, playing the intro song for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Like, is anybody watching that show, or is it just a random show of them playing the song, the intro song, going around like while they're building this company and everything's fine now? Like, where was the crescendo of this show? Where was the I didn't really like it. Just didn't wrap up well. I didn't like it. Just they had some cool story moments with the characters, and it's just like, you know what, fuck it, Argus, we're gonna start a company ourselves and everything's gonna be happy and fine. I was like, that's the end. That's the point of the show. Right. And then obviously he ends up in the whatever that dimensional prison,
which is like just a big cliffhanger to kind of here's something
to get people on. To get people on board for the next
season,
or whenever we see him again. But I was just like, this was like there was not a great focus on the story. On the story and the
for the
point.
wrap up.
The wrap up and the point of the story. You know what I mean? And that kind of bothered me a lot. Like I was like, well, what's the point? What was the point of all this?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I started to resolve myself with them creating this company to, I don't know, to do whatever. I don't know how much they think they're going to be able to fight Argus, this government institution. I don't know if they're, I mean, they're not a bunch of lawyers that's going to like fight them in court or whatever. So I don't know I mean, I get that they're making their own group. But I mean, when you have a company behind it, it seems like, well, I mean, what's the end game? What's the point of it? But I kind of resolved myself to that being the end of the show. Like, there's, as you're watching a show, you feel, things are wrapping up. Just like you feel the time limit. Like it's like, okay, I've been watching this for a while. There's no time to do anything else. There's no time to wrap anything else up. So you start to feel it. So I just like I said, this has got to be the end of it. And I just kind of like, okay, that's how it's going to end. It's going to be a very lackluster ending, but a good ending for these characters or whatever. Then they threw in like we're going to throw Peacemaker in another world, kind of thing.
Who's still living in this Fleabag motel during all this,
right. Which I mean, if you're going to throw people in another world where you're never going to see them again, just why not throw them into any world? Why do you care about throwing them into this utopia kind of thing where they're going to thrive, possibly, do well, be the next Australia? Look at those criminals. I'm kidding. We love you, Australia. We love you.
We have a few listeners out there, I think.
Yes. We love Australia.
Can't wait to visit.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Rant. My favorite
exactly.
traders, man. Yeah.
Oh, he's going to come after us now. That's right. We know. We love you, dude. We love you. We love you.
Yeah. But yeah.
You made an enemy this day.
But yeah, no, it seemed like it was just kind of like a quick wrap up. Like, because episode 7 ends with him getting arrested. And then episode 8 starts with him in jail, and then he gets out on bail, and then he's just trying to be by himself. And then they force all this, like, oh no, we're a family, we're this.
Yeah,
we're
they kind of have
we're
like this
together.
intervention kind of thing.
Yeah, we need to work together and do this thing. And then like they try to just kind of resolve a bunch of things that were just done real like too quick at the end.
Right.
And I was just like, and then at the end it's like, okay, so we're starting a company, we're all friends now, and everything's gonna be good, up and up from here. I was like, man, that was so fast. And if that was the point of the season 2, then you lost me. It should have resolved at the multiverse thing. You know, I don't know. Somehow in there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer to me. I also, I don't know, man. The jokes, I don't think James Gunn is a funny person, in my opinion. So a lot of the jokes, I got really tired of fucking bird blindness. Like that was, like, I got old.
Oh yeah, so that's a weird thing. Oh, that duck tried to kill me. I mean, it's funny
blindness.
to say.
Yeah,
I mean, like it doesn't make sense, but that's the kind of those are kind of jokes he will put in, like just jokes that don't make sense.
Right.
Like, why are these kids here by themselves? Why does he have bird blindness? Like, what is that? Doesn't even make sense. You're just completely making up stuff. And when he said it at first, you think like, ha ha ha, bird blindness, whatever. But he literally has bird blindness.
It's literally a medical condition or something, right? In this world,
And I guess on some levels, like, I mean, it's. I don't know. It's funny. Some people will 100% find it funny.
Sean, our Fantastic Four guest, he thought that was hilarious.
Right.
And I was like,
So maybe that's part of what it is too. You got to realize, like, some people are wired differently. Like some people will find that hilarious. Funny, right? And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like super funny. Like to me, it felt a little like, okay, you're trying to just milk this gag.
And
so
kept it going.
Yeah, so he can say this duck attacked him. So he can say a duck, try to kick his ass later.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was a big build up just to say, like, we got attacked by a duck.
Duck, pigeon, whatever he was saying.
Yeah.
There's that, and then even Economos was trying to be a distraction, like coming up with just random stuff. I was like, that I didn't laugh at all on that.
Yeah.
Everything Adrian did, like Vigilante. Like, I was getting real sick of it. Quiz me on this. I know everything and knows nothing about that. Yeah. That went on way too long.
Yeah, they milked that quite a bit. Yeah, because then he started dipping in other things. Like, everything about mantras.
Yeah.
Or manta rays or whatever.
About spiders, everything about owls, everything about whatever. Yeah. It got really old really quick. And he became a character that I was tired of. I got very tired of him. And then, I don't know, even Tim Meadows, man. Ginger Cool. You're gonna be Ginger Cool from now on. Is that a funny joke? Is that just him being an idiot in the show? Like, I don't know. Are we supposed to laugh at that? Is he cool or is he not? I don't know.
I don't know if it was particularly funny. But I mean,
your name is Titties. Your name is Cupid. Your name is none of that shit was funny to me. Like, none of that hit for me. Like, it was you're just gonna be Titties from now on. Like, okay, everyone's gonna call her Titties now.
Right.
Like that.
I feel like that's more rude than anything else.
Yeah, it's like super ground level jokes.
It's sophomore humor.
Yeah. And then there was one specific one, right, where when Hardcore, after that one bar scene, she's in that like pharmacy, and she's like, did you get a good look, Beaker? And I was like, okay, that's a good joke right there. Just end it there. That's the end of the joke. But then it was like, oh, well, who's Beaker? Oh, Beaker's a Muppet. Oh, do I look like Beaker? Yeah, a little bit. It's like, oh, is that a bad thing? Oh, it's not a good thing. Like, end the joke at the Beaker. Beaker is where the joke, that's the punchline.
Yeah.
End it at the punchline. Don't explain the joke to me, because then it's not funny anymore.
True.
So it's just like that humor.
Yeah, I'll intentionally explain jokes because I know it's not funny.
Right.
But actually, I'll do that because it's not funny, which kind of makes it funny.
Maybe?
I don't know. I mean, clearly that resonates. Well, it resonates to some people, I would imagine.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
so
I hear you.
So my point is, I laughed when she said, "Did you get a good look, Beaker?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a good joke," because he's a tall, redhead guy. Looks like Beaker.
Yeah.
But then the joke goes on for another 60 seconds.
You didn't think it was funny? I mean, I was like, okay, I get it, Beaker, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was too nuanced.
Okay, that's fair. But I mean,
That's
just
me.
like that
Yeah.
that line is fine. End it
Right,
there.
leave it there.
But it was another minute of explaining that joke and who Beaker was because this
Yeah,
guy doesn't
yeah,
know who Beaker
yeah.
was. I was like, that's not funny, man. It's not. It's not clever at all in the sense at all.
It's
So,
not.
yeah.
It's not clever. It's not clever at all. But I
Yeah.
think some people like that type
Yeah.
of humor, though.
That's
I mean, clearly.
Like Sean. He was saying, it's like, I think you're just being too hard. I think you just hate James Gunn, so you hate everything he does. Which is what he said to me.
It's both.
Yeah, it's both those things. It's both those things. But like, so and again, like I'm stepping back. Like I understand people enjoy his sense of humor and enjoy his just random random jokes and the way he improvs and works the scenes.
Yeah.
The way he likes to do things. And if you think he's funny and you enjoy that, man, good on you
Power to
guys.
you.
I'm glad you guys got what you wanted out of the show. But man, it was so I had to like sit there and just with my arms crossed, like, there's another joke that didn't land. There's another joke that didn't land. It was like pretty much the whole movie or whole series was just jokes that didn't land. That James Gunn must be fucking rubbing his stomach or slapping his knees at because it's like, oh, this is the funniest shit I've ever written in my life.
Yeah, like that one scene where Economist is trying to like telling this weird joke that's rambling on, and the weird girl starts laughing.
Oh yeah,
at
that
it,
little post-credit thing.
Just uncontrollably laughing at it. And I'm like, is she gonna like abruptly stop and be like, like it wasn't funny, like she was doing it to shut him up? And it's like, no, she was like legitimately laughing, and that's how they kind of wrapped it up. That post-credit scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's what they were doing. Maybe they're like, we're killing it, guys.
Yeah. No, I just don't think he's funny, man. Especially in this Peacemaker, both 1 and 2. Like nothing made me laugh, and I it's not my humor. And like, I'm not insulting.
I mean, that's what it is, right?
Yeah,
right.
I'm trying not to insult people that do enjoy his humor. Like I'm not saying that you're dumb or you're unintelligent or whatever it is.
It's a different type of humor.
If you like his humor, you like his humor, and that's cool, man. That's good. But it was hard for me to sit through the comedic quote unquote scenes.
And it's hard when you're watching something and you know it's supposed to be comedic.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there like just with a blank expression on your face, and all you can do is be like, that was a joke.
Yeah, I guess it's like watching a stand-up comedian not do well.
Yeah,
it's kind of
like uncomfortable.
It's like uncomfortable. It's like this is getting uncomfortable, man. Like I'm not. You know?
It's worse when you're in person.
Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I can't argue with that too much. There weren't a whole lot of like I don't remember like straight up like laughing a lot in this, and I don't know, maybe, I mean, I feel like it's supposed to be a comedy of sorts.
Yeah.
But not a lot. I mean, I definitely had some. There were some parts where I kind of like, kind of chuckled or smiled, I suppose, but I never like, like ha 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 started laughing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So yeah, I won't argue with that. I'll jump into another negative. There is a lot of it's not even like you got to suspend belief kind of thing. It's like, how is this even working? Like, how does this? So Argus is this like super secret, shield Hydra spy organization going on, but they've got economists watching Peacemaker kind of thing. I mean, I get it for the show. I get it so the plot can happen. But there's no way anybody would be like, okay, you worked with this guy before. Clearly, you've got some sort of connection to it. We're going to pull you out of there and put somebody else on here to surveil him.
That's further from the source,
right? That's not so connected. So there's a lot of stuff like that it was jarring to me. Like, why would you have him watching it? How are you going to, Harcourt worked with Peacemaker, in the first season.
Yeah.
So why would you, how can you trust her? How are you not watching her? How do they not know Vigilante's secret identity? How do they not figure that out? Like, everybody that's in that group should be like, we're watching, everything you guys do 24/7. And the fact that they don't know his identity, the fact that they are having fucking economists watch Peacemaker like continuously, and they trust them,
and he's like sending him tips and like
throughout the whole thing, and like you don't
covering for him,
right?
You don't think that's gonna happen,
right? And I think like Rick Flag Sr. kind of makes a comment like, okay, well, I did this to make him think I was crazy, so I beat him up so he thinks I'm unhinged and we can catch him, but he keeps bringing in the same people. and it doesn't make sense. There's no way any logical institution is going to
like
do
an intelligence
that.
institution.
Right. Like no one's going to hire me to fucking spy on you to be like, give us all the dirt on Trent. Why? No reason. We don't like him. I know you like him, but we don't like him. So give us all the dirt, throw him under the bus. We want to catch him in some shit. And they expect me not to be like, hey, Trent, don't say this on the 4th of July. Like, it's that kind of dumbs. It makes no sense. The fact that, man, what is that chick's name? Bordeaux, thank you. I knew it began with a B. Like the fact that she kind of flipped and changed sides. All of a sudden, like she was all about like the spy organization doing all this kind of stuff. And then she says like, oh, what, building a prison? That's where I draw. That's my line in the sand.
Of all the things that
like, what do you like? Where did that come from?
That was super flip floppy,
right?
Really random.
And I get it. She is a pretty girl, so you want to have her in the next season. Like that's. I mean, let's be honest. That's what it boils down to. It's not so much with Judo Master. Like, okay, I can get why he maybe kind of flipped. Maybe I kind of, I can give that a pass of sorts. He's, clearly he's a bit of an outlier anyway. So I kind of get that, but there's a lot of stuff that they do, and again, that it feels like it's a very James Gunn thing. It's like that, like what are the consequences don't add up, or it doesn't make sense. What why this character goes from here to here. What's the logic behind it? So that was
especially when his whole thing is I care about story and characters. Like, why do these things not make sense then? I
think he cares about showing like emotional moments with characters, but like the 1, 2, 3 of it, like we got from here, this because of this led to this. Like that aspect of it, I think he's a little more, he's got some wiggle room as far as he's concerned. Let's see some other negatives. I wish they I would have liked to have seen more of the the other world, I suppose, and his family.
No, I think my big thing about that was that it seemed like it was a cop out that it became a Nazi world.
So of course you're not going to want to stay
gave
there.
him an easy decision to make. I was like, well, this is a very easy. I'm not going to stay here because this is a Nazi world.
Right.
Like, of course I'm.
Because otherwise, let's say it wasn't a Nazi world, and then what?
What would you? Why would you come back?
Why would you leave?
That would make a real conflict for him to have to come back. Why would you come back to your world now?
Right.
If this really is the perfect world.
Right.
And that would be better to tell that story. Like, whatever.
Right. And then for him to make the decision to be like, I'm going to, I'm going to man up and go back to my world and deal with it, as opposed to, which, I mean, he when we see him in the first couple episodes, like he's throwing parties, he's doing drugs, he's doing all this stuff to take the easy way out to alleviate himself. It would have been cool if we saw him in the end when we have this when it's literally a perfect world, no Nazis, it's literally a perfect world, and he opts to stay in his own world. Or to go back to be with his friends, aka his new family that he's connected to.
That would have been having to decide to leave your brother and your dad.
To leave your quote unquote perfect world kind of thing.
That would have been your dad and the hardcore to come back to your own world, to do the right thing, to come back to your own world. That's a real hero thing.
That would have been a great story to tell.
But now it's like, oh well, he has to come back because you're not gonna live in a Nazi world. Who would live in a Nazi world?
Right.
Yeah. Which, I mean, realistically, if he had never found out, that world still would have been good for him. You know what I mean? Like, it still would have been fine for him. He would just never noticed. I mean, maybe eventually he would have.
Eventually something would have come to fruition. Like, because he's not a supremacist. He's not a white supremacist. He's not a Nazi. So at some point it would have trickled into like the world he's currently living in, that Nazi world.
What's the kind of the glitter, settles.
He would have, exactly. He would have tried to, I think he eventually would have tried to fight it, would have tried to change it, would have talked to his family, his dad and his brother about trying to change it. His dad might have been on board.
Right.
His brother might have been like, maybe not so much, but maybe would have turned around eventually. Like, I don't necessarily, we don't see enough of him in that element or that moment. I don't know if how much of a like Nazi his brother actually was.
I mean, he did yell, blacks. One of them got out.
Right, yeah.
I wish I laughed at a lot. I don't know why that was so funny to me. It's like, one of them got out.
I found nothing funny about it. But, I mean, yeah, so maybe, again, I don't know how much. Maybe he's just doing, like, that person in that world was an obvious criminal or should not, or they were where they weren't supposed to be. And as a hero, he was like, I'm going to go and, I'm going to call it out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So how much of it he actually was, I don't know. I would have loved it if Harcourt actually had killed him when she was about to. I thought that would have been great for him, for her to just effing pull the trigger on this guy. Like a very, Han Solo-esque kind of moment. I'm going to shoot first because I know this is what needs to happen. And they kind of set it up for, we'll see him in season 3. Right. And I think he says it like, like in after the show, he says like this, that's his villain arc. That's his villain origin story kind of thing. And I think it was a great, I loved that moment where the father, older brother and Chris are talking and they're like, he killed my brother. It's like, yeah, but your brother was, again, saying like your brother was a bit of a fuck up anyway. I would have liked to have seen like, but that's still Chris. He's just a different Chris.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is gonna go back. I think that was the point of my my Rick and Morty story from like half an hour ago. Yeah, that was still like that's still my family.
Okay,
it's a different version of my family, but it's still my family. So that could have been a very cool gambit to play.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So. What else? Yeah, some of the the characters Bordeaux, her kind of flipping over, like them allowing so many of these, like just giving so many weird passes to characters that like, there's no way I'm going to trust you to do whatever.
Yeah. That's actually this is not the same thing at all. But when Adebayo just jumps into the pool. Like, she jumps into the pool, try to get away.
Yeah, it seems like the worst way to get away from somebody.
First one to try to get away, and then everyone follows her into the pool.
Into the pool?
Just walk to the other side of the pool.
Just go to the other side. Yeah, and wait for her.
Wait for her to get to the other side. It'll be a lot faster. And then they all get into the pool, and they electrocute all of them. Like, I was like, that was another one of those kind of like, this, you suspend disbelief. This would never, ever happen. No one is that dumb.
Right. The fact that she jumped in the pool in the first place, I was like,
where do you think you're going to go?
Like, you slowed yourself down by 75%.
Exactly.
As fast as you were going now, it's going to be much, much slower. You're at a quarter of that speed.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. You know what I mean? It's like, and they all jump in after her.
And what were you guys going to do? Just drown her in there, or what was your plan? Like, grab her and drag her out? Because
you weren't going to catch her. Like, that's just how like fucking science works.
Yeah. Unless one of you is like Michael Phelps.
Like Michael Phelps, right? It's going to power swim for like 12 feet.
Yeah.
Like you can't even build up enough speed to like. By the time you get there, she's going to be like climbing out of the pool.
Right. Yeah. So that kind of stuff is another James Gunn thing. It doesn't quite make it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, it's when those kind of moments when you think about it, like maybe it's funny to see all these people getting electrocuted.
Yeah,
maybe or like they're all getting taken out, and then there's a joke. That's the most people I've ever taken out in the swimming pool. Like, how many you taken out before? 4, and it's like, all right, just everything doesn't have to be a joke. But, But exactly. they turned that moment into a joke, which again was a reach. Like, why would you? When they all jumped into the pool, I'm like, what are you guys, a bunch of fucking lemmings?
Yeah.
Or the story about lemmings. That's a whole different thing. We won't get into that right now. Any other negatives?
Not really. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't know. So you do our post rating then?
Yeah.
Let's post rate this thing, man.
Your score?
I don't think so. I think talking about the positives almost made me change the score, but then once you got back to the negatives, it's like, nah, I'm still where I'm at. Yeah, I'm still like at a 69, maybe 60, 68. I just, at this stage in superhero movies, I think this isn't gonna be the thing that elevates it or saves it or keeps it going. I think there's some talks already about Warner Brothers getting sold to Paramount or getting sold somewhere else. There's bids for it out already for it to be sold, and there's a chance that it might that maybe this DC isn't going to stick around. And based on what we've gotten, there's not a reason for it to stick around. You know, Superman was, people liked it.
Yeah.
But it didn't make that much money, though. It didn't make much of a profit. You know, I think it made a little bit of money.
Yeah, it wasn't like,
but it wasn't like a smash hit.
Heroes are back kind of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't a $1 billion box office hit that they were hoping for.
Yeah.
It was a movie that made okay money.
Yeah, I can't imagine they were hoping for that to be like $1 billion thing.
I think they're hoping for it to do something, I think.
Yeah,
but it seems
I'm sure,
like it's not.
I'm sure that's what they're swinging for,
Yes.
but I don't understand how you could watch that movie and think like,
this is going to be the one.
this is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
So I think it's shaky. I think it's shaky at the moment, and I don't know how much longer the DCU could last with projects of this caliber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there has to be other stuff. Like, it can't just be the James Gunn typical superhero team up. We all got to come together for a greater cause. Throw some dick and fart jokes in there in between storyline. Like, it's not going to work for what needs to be done in the superhero genre.
Yeah.
And so, so I think, I think I said in the first season episode that there's a place for Peacemaker. There's a place for this show in superhero world, in the genre. But I mean, when you're trying to build a new universe and get people on board, I don't know if this is what you start with. You know, I think with that said, it was more of a slog to get through.
Did you like Superman better or Peacemaker 2 better? Just out of curiosity.
Shit, man, that's actually a tough question. Probably on paper, probably Superman, I guess, on paper. It's just a character that I like more than Peacemaker in general.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, okay.
So as far as so on paper, but enjoyment factor, like just how it made you feel.
Oh, man, I actually don't even know. I can't even answer that question if I'm being honest with you. I probably would still say Superman.
In
general. There just wasn't enough about Peacemaker that made it like being able to stomach everything else in it, I think.
Yeah.
I couldn't really hold like everything else. What was good couldn't be held down. What was bad, I think. You know. So I was gonna puke it up anyway. Either way. You know what I mean? So I'm still gonna keep it at a 68, 69% on our rating. Still a meh. I just don't care.
Right on.
Really.
I'm going to keep my score basically the same, but I'm actually going to, if I said it was like an 89, I might give it like an 89 and a half now. I'm going to raise it a little bit. Not enough to like take it full into a 90, but discussing it and like unraveling, stuff about the series or about the show, about the characters, I feel like it made it more enjoyable for me. Like there's more, there are like little things about the characters and here and there that were cooler. And again, I'm a fan of of possibilities with the show and potential. I feel like they missed a lot of opportunities with season 2, and I don't know how excited I am about season 3. So it's not potential as far as that's concerned. But I think the characters, as like I said, as we were talking, I think it revealed the characters were more interesting. I suppose they they had a little bit more, a few more nuances. Nothing like surprising. But the fact that we were able to have like a discussion about it, I was kind of I'm pleased with.
Okay.
So taking the positives and the negatives of the series, I'm going to tend to look a little bit more towards the positives of it. And so, like I said, that's why if I got to give it like an 89, I'm going to get like an 89.5, I suppose. If they kind of develop these characters a lot more, and maybe we'll see more of Peacemaker's brother or whatever. Again, that whole concept of Peacemaker like finding his family, I think is great. Yeah, is great. It's a very cool concept to kind of see like, oh, this is what maybe would have, could have, should have been, whatever kind of thing, and it all went to shit. And the fact that he was so self-destructive. I wish they would have leaned a lot more into that and not just give it a happy ending where, Hardcore says, of course it mattered, and he goes back in his room and he's all happy about it. It's like, yeah, but remember like an hour ago, you saw your dad get killed again. Yeah. You saw your brother possibly get killed again. You killed yourself a couple days before that. Yeah, you left the girl that was like the version of the girl that you loved you there. Right. It's like, I mean, that should be extremely traumatizing for someone that, you know, seems they're very simple-minded as he is.
Yeah.
That should have had more of an impact. I mean, he literally killed everybody in his family, including himself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, think about that for a moment, right? He's only got 3 people in his family, including him, and he's killed all of them.
Yeah.
Which is weird to say because he's still alive. So, I mean, that whole concept I think is pretty cool. But yeah, that's my score is going to stay the same. Like I said, if it's 89, I'm going to 89.5. And yeah, I'm still going to leave it right at the bottom of the stream because there's a lot of negatives about it, a lot of corny stuff. But at the same time, I think a lot of people will enjoy it too. So.
All right.